we are all right now at a critical point that'll decide probably not just this year, but the way they've got the bills built right through even 2022.
I think the way the state has handled the transient accommodation tax has been less than supportive of our municipalities and our counties. And I think, frankly, the counties should all stand up and say enough is enough.
Right.
We've gone through this from year one. We've battled every single year because the legislative session overlaps with the budget session. We're supposed to be receiving $34 million through the TAT. I mean, every one of us should be upset about that.
Right.
You know, to have that money's taken away. And this is what they told us a couple years ago. Hey, counties, we are all going through this very challenging economic environment together. How about we cap your transient accommodation tax, $103 million, and when we get out of this recession, we'll restore that cap. And instead, the very next session, they came back and tried to take it again. So the last 2 years have been record tourism numbers. Year over year are the most visitors to Hawaii, most lengths of stay, most visitor spending, and all of that increase in its entirety goes to the state of Hawaii. And the state of Hawaii continues to talk to the counties as if this is a grant in aid. Right. And it's not. If you go to the enabling statute, the very purpose for the creation of the transient accommodation tax, the purpose was to, 1, fund a convention center, 2, provide marketing dollars to the Hawaii Tourism Authority, and 3, provide to the counties revenue to offset the impact of the hospitality industry of visitors upon the county services. And tomorrow we have a meeting, 4 council chairs, 4 HSAC members, 4 mayors are meeting with the heads of the legislature. What was disappointing was that, as you know, Margaret, you went up and monitored the task force. All of our finance directors, Deanna was part of that. They asked all of the members from the Tourism Authority, Convention Center. They were tasked by the legislature to come up with an amicable or mutually acceptable resolution to the disbursement of TAT. And they did. It was fair, it was equitable, and it addressed everyone's concern. And what did the legislature do in January when we proposed it? Dismissed it in its entirety.
We were taken aback when the report came out and they completely ignored the intent of the legislature and came back with something completely different, which is, and we gave them $50,000, so somebody owes us $50,000 back.
Dismissed it in its entirety. And I think the counties, all of us, should be outraged because that extra $15 million that should be coming to the county of Hawaii is instead going to other programs and services with no impact in the county of Hawaii. And that's just fundamentally unfair because the promise was made that if you, counties, accept this cap, when it gets better, everything gonna be okay. All good. And instead, they're telling us now, nah, too bad. And you're like, what? So this is a tax paid entirely by the visitor that they then want to shift to the counties whose only option would be to take that revenue and get it from who? From property owners? That's outrageous. Right. And our 7 representatives and our 4 senators should stand up for their island community.
And they're not.
And the state of Hawaii is now raising driver's licensing fees to generate $75 million. But who collects that driver's licensing fee? Us. When people go and they find out they got to pay more for the driver's license, who do they think that money going to? Us. Who are they going to get mad at? The counties. And what we're going to do with that revenue? Send them to the state. For what? So, anyway,
Right.
I'm getting me all pumped already for tomorrow. But it's fundamentally unfair, and I'm actually sick and tired of it.